Hey everyone, so it's currently 2:02 a.m. and I am working. And now what I will do is film my vlog for tomorrow because we have to be productive. Even though it's just an hour break, I want to use this time to record. So I'll be having my lunch while I do this book review. So I bought myself some spaghetti, KFC. I'm just gonna make this parang mukbang book review. Wait lang. So, mukbang book review. To start, I'm doing this book review because I noticed most of the book reviews that you'll find online, especially the kind of books that I read, which are non-fiction, they're usually in English. Of course, I'll be doing this review in a mixture of English, Tagalog, ganun. Kasi nga, I want this to be a video that, it's Pinoy friendly and, not everyone will understand. So I'm just gonna use the Feynman technique if you're not familiar with it. Feynman technique is basically just explaining an idea to a 5-year-old. So, gagawin mo siyang sobrang gaan to the point na maiintindihan talaga siya ng layperson. So that's how Feynman technique works. This book is about Atomic Habits by James Clear. So if you're not familiar with that book, you can check it out online. You can also purchase a copy sa Amazon, or you can just go to the nearest bookshop you're in because it's a really good book. I think I've said that enough during my previous vlog because that book is just it's a really good book. Now I'm gonna explain the book in 3 sentences. Okay, so first, the atomic habits compounded will change our lives. So choose a good habit. Also, change comes from the inside out, so not the other way around. So this is quite common in a lot of non-fiction books. So if you've read one, I think yun talagang sinasabi nila, it's your belief, it's your being, it's your mindset, yun talaga ang change before mo ma-enjoy ang outcome, because it has to start on the inside before you will see the outcome, guys. Create a system that you can follow and make it a habit. Embrace the identity of that habit. Embrace the identity of the habit, rather, that you want to acquire, and be patient with yourself. So I think this one sentence right here is ito yung best fit na ma-explain yung book. Actually, it's just a rephrased sentence from the Ali's vlog because he also created a review about this book. So when it comes to working on a habit, let's say for example you're trying to pursue something, you have this goal. So there are certain goals that requires good habits, diba? Instead of thinking na dapat gawin nyo to, you focus on the goal and then you try your best, pero ang focus mo na sa goal, focus on the system because it's the system that will help you reach the goal. So parang mangyayari is effect na lang yung outcome na lang yung goal, yung gusto mong mangyari, and it was the system that you created that helped you move there. So ganun siya. So focus on the system rather than the goal, and focus on the identity rather than the outcome. It's really common for us na hindi ako morning person. Let's say for example you want to be a morning person and then you keep on telling yourself na hindi ako morning person, so you just let yourself be that. So you have to embrace the identity of a morning person. So how do you do that? So you wake up early, you embrace that identity. Parang every time you do something, you should always ask yourself what would a morning person do. So let's say for example if you're deciding to drink coffee at 5 p.m., so ask yourself if that's a good decision. So what would a morning person do? Of course you should not drink coffee at that time because it will really mess your sleep later at night. So yun siya yung perfect example, guys. And lastly, be patient with yourself because when it comes to habits, it's atomic habits that will really help you change. means, alam mo yun, mga maliliit lang na habits, compounded, that is the one na makakapagtulong talaga na mag-change. Because you can't expect na, alam mo, you want to do something and you do this drastic change and then later on, wala na. Balik ka na sa uno. So, what you should do is start, and when you want to acquire a good habit and you want to start a good habit, start it now, little by little, and then, you know, you challenge yourself kasi we do have this parang, if it's too easy, ayaw na natin. If it's too difficult, we give up. So, dapat nandun kayo sa center. But as I said earlier, don't focus on the goal, focus on the system. So, always ask yourself, is this what I want? Ito ba yung ginagawa ng isang ganitong person? So, that's how you should do it. Okay? My impression of this book is, this book has so much gold in it. If you want to change your life one habit at a time, this is the best way to start. Because this book will teach you how you can acquire good habits and also how you can let go of bad ones. So when it comes to habits, kasi there is this habit loop. First is cue, and then craving, and then response, and then reward. So the cue triggers the craving, which motivates a response, which provides a reward, which satisfies the craving, and ultimately becomes associated with the cue. So I'm not sure if you're getting that. What this means is, let's say for example, you love to play games. You're addicted to playing online games. And cue is, once na nakikita nyo lang yung PC, yun na yung cue nyo. And then, once na nandyan na siya, nag-crave ka na, okay, I wanna play. And then, ang response mo is you automatically do the action. And then, reward is you're entertained kasi nilalaro mo yung laro. Ganun siya. There are ways on how you can acquire a good habit. So first, di ba, you remember cue, craving, response, reward. So first, you have to make the habit obvious. So let's say for example, what you want to do is read more often. So making it obvious is you should put the book that you want to read anywhere na visible. Kasi if nandun siya sa drawer mo, hindi mo siya makikita, so it's not obvious at all. So I don't think that's good. Second law is make it attractive. So how do you make this attractive? Because you're just starting to read a book na, di ba? So read something that you're interested in. So let's say for example, maybe you want to start with novels. So that way, may excite ka. So that's how you make it attractive. The next is you have to make it easy. Making it easy, I think the best way you can start is give yourself 2 minutes. Every time you do a habit, just give yourself 2 minutes and then you stop. So ibig sabihin nun, you start on your day 1, you read, after 2 minutes, stop. Kasi darating ka talaga sa point na parang you already have the momentum and parang, okay, I'll just go further. Ako'y tatapusin ko na lang tong chapter na to hanggang sa you get so used to it na alam mo yun, magbabasa ka na lang ng magbabasa. So, ganun siya. The fourth law is make it satisfying. So, when it comes to reward, how do you make it satisfying? So, let's say for example, you make a deal with yourself na, okay, so after I finish 10 chapters of this book, I will treat myself with something. So that's how you can make it satisfying, diba? So that is how you acquire a good habit. So there are different ways you will do this. Basta you just remember that you have to make it obvious, you have to make it attractive, you have to make it easy, and you have to make it satisfying. So that is the way for you to acquire good habits. If you're wondering, how do you let go of bad habits? So there are ways to break a bad habit as well. So first is you have to make it invisible. So let's say yun nga, addicted ka nga to gaming, so you have your PS5 there. So how do you stop that? So you have to make it invisible. Meaning, siguro yung PS5 mo, ilagay mo talaga sa pinakailalim ng closet mo. Na tipong you have to make an effort if you want to, if you want to use it. So yan, hindi na siya visible, so you're not tempted to do it, so there's no cue. And then the second one, make it unattractive. So how do you make a bad habit unattractive? Surround yourself with people who doesn't really play games. Kasi if you're surrounded with those kind of people and like let's say you talk about games and then you don't feel like it, I don't think that will influence you as well. So I think that's one of the ways you can make it unattractive. And then make it difficult. So one way of making it difficult is, as I said earlier, you put it inside your closet, sa pinakailalim ng closet mo. So you have to make an effort to, you know, to get it, to set it up. So parang, okay, it will take so much time. Ayoko na. So ganon. That's one of the ways you can make it difficult. Lastly, you make it unsatisfying. So one way you can do it na maging unsatisfying siya for you is probably you can make a deal with a friend, roommate mo, or maybe your mom, or anyone that you, any person that you live with. So same example with PS5. You create a contract. Okay, so if maglalaro ako ng games over the weekdays, syempre because you have to work and all that, maybe weekends is fine. But as I said, addicted ka nga. So, para maiwasan mo ng maglaro ng weekdays, you create a contract. Okay, if I play my PS5 during weekdays, I'll give you 5,000 pesos. So that is super unsatisfying because you don't want to lose money, diba? So that is one great way for you to create an unsatisfying experience so that you can get rid of a bad habit. So those are the 4 ways of getting rid of a bad habit. So that's why you remember that, guys, because I think this one will really help you in, you know, starting a good habit and getting rid of a bad one. And I think the people who should read this are students, entrepreneurs, parents, especially parents, so that you can also teach your children on how to create a good habit. Also, this book is good for those people who wants to achieve goals but they have conflicting actions, because I think that's very common sa atin na, okay, this is what I want but we're doing the opposite thing. So, alam niyo yun. So, if you're one of those people, if you want to do something but you can't act on it, this book is for you. And those who want to make changes in their lives, because James Clear, if you read this book, the very first part of this book, I think it's the introduction, it will amaze you because like he has gone through an accident and he was able to excel even though nangyari yun sa kanya. But yeah, better you read the book so that you'll understand that part. For me, I have highlighted a lot of quotes on this book, but these are my top 3. So first, it was a gradual evolution, a long series of small wins and tiny breakthroughs. The only way I made progress, the only choice I had, was to start small. So as I said earlier, it's not the drastic change, it's just starting small and being consistent, because compounding, pag nag-stack up na yung ginagawa nyong actions, makikita nyo din ang result later. Next, ultimately, it is your commitment to the process that will determine your progress. So, as I said earlier, you have to be consistent. If you're committed, it's not really that hard to be consistent. And also, one other thing, let's say, because we're just humans, and then you just started to create this habit, and then something happened na you missed one. So, missing one, parang nakaskip ka, I think that's understandable. But missing twice, I think that's a choice. That's why once you have missed one, make sure that you don't lose your momentum. Go back. That's very important. Also, the third quote that I really love is, habits do not restrict freedom. They create it. In fact, the people who don't have their habits handled are often the ones with the least amount of freedom. I think this is like sobrang, alam mo yun, on point. Sobrang on point ng quote na to, because, you know, like, for us, we feel like, oh, we have to do this. So parang feeling natin, parang we're nakulong tayo, or like, we're not free because we have to do these things. But actually, if you have sorted your habits, if you have sorted your life, if you're compounding good habits, you're more likely to gain freedom. So, those are my top 3 quotes. So, yun guys. So, that is so far my book review. So I'm sorry if this is quite informal. I'm just eating here while I talk with you guys because I am currently working and I don't want to miss this opportunity kasi nga I don't want to waste the time. Probably it's 2:25. I'll be ending my shift at 7 a.m. and I don't want na matutulog ko lang yung buong araw tomorrow. So it's good that I have filmed this and probably tomorrow pagising ko I can just edit this video and upload it. So yeah. Kaya tayo guys. Good. Mukbang. Sorry. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any book recommendations, just comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you can check out some other business related content. What else? Book reviews. So yun guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the